Welcome inside the very first installment of the 12 Sports Weekly Golf Lesson. I'm now joined by Ryan Koury. He is the PGA professional up here in Morgantown. So Ryan, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to hope to bring to the table this summer.
Sure, Matt, no problem. Yeah, my name is Ryan Koury. I'm, as Matt said, a PGA professional here in Morgantown, West Virginia. And I was born and raised here. I'm from Buchanan originally. I went to school at West Virginia Westland. And I do teach golf now here in Morgantown. And I'm really looking forward. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind opportunity in the area for you, the viewer, to send us questions. And Matt, I'll tell you a little bit about that here in a few minutes. We just really want to help your game, whether you're a beginner, whether you're an avid golfer, anything that you have concerns with. On a more personal level, we'll be able to address those things week to week. And I'm looking forward to getting started.
We're going to have this series run for about 11 to 12 weeks, up until around the early portion of August. And the cool part about this series is we want to get you, the viewer, at home involved with us. So please send any of your golf questions or comments or concerns into us through social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, email. We'll have all that listed at our website, WBOY.com. But this first segment, we are going to go into putting because that's where the golf game starts and ends. So you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Let's get started.
All right, let's go.
Putting is by far one of the most important, if not the most important part of your golf game. I've set up these tees here. These 5 tees are about 3 feet radius around the golf hole. And I'm going to pick 3 different points here. About 8 feet, we're going to look at 16 feet, and then we're going back to about 20 to 25 feet. And all we're focusing on here is simply trying to get the ball to come to rest inside these tees, in this circle. So on this one, I might take my putter back just inside the tee line. And that's going to be plenty of speed for that putt, okay? I move to the second area, and this is about 16 feet. It's a pretty good length putt here. Again, I have the tees on my toe line, one across from my right toe, one across from my left toe, ball centered, putter down. And this time, maybe instead of thinking inside the tees, I'm going to think, let's take the putter to each tee. So back to the right tee, to the left tee. That's going to be about what I think the distance is going to need to be in order for this putt to roll inside that tee line, okay? We're not going to swing the putter faster or harder at the golf ball. We're going to swing it a little bit longer, and we're going to finish the stroke a little longer, okay? So we're just lengthening our stroke the longer the putt is. So now we're back to here. We're going to take it outside this tee. We're going to finish a little longer, and we'll take a look at our result. And that's not too bad. Now, when I look at those are, I hit one putt that wasn't so good, but those are all, one of them's a couple inches, one of them's the other 2 are about 3 feet. I feel like I can make my second putt.
Welcome to another installment of the 12 Sports Weekly Golf Lesson alongside PGA professional Ryan Koury. I am Matt Hauswirth. We appreciate a lot of the feedback we got through social media after our first segment that aired last week, and it seemed like a lot of the questions were aimed towards greenside bunker play. So Ryan is here this week to help us out with that.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Yeah, we were really thrilled with all the feedback we received. We're really looking forward to the second segment of our lessons. And yeah, guys, it seems like a lot of the individuals I work with and a lot of the feedback that I get is that a lot of people fear this part of the game, and they don't have to. We're going to tackle some of those questions today, and in particular, how to be effective from the greenside bunker. And I'm looking forward to it. Let's get after it.
All right, let's go.
When we talk about greenside bunker play, there's a few key things we need to remember, and we'll talk about those now. So as I enter this greenside bunker here, we're at number 8 at Mountaineer Golf Course, and it's a par 3. I've missed left here. I have about 20 or 25 feet to go to the hole. Okay, so we go ahead and we set up here. We want our feet to be open. We want the ball to be forward in our stance. Okay, the object for us here is we want the club to travel or enter the sand about 1.5 inches to 2 inches behind the golf ball, and then to exit about 1 inch beyond the golf ball. So the key point here is that at no point will this club head touch the golf ball, but rather it's the action of the sand splashing, carrying the ball, causing the spin, and having the ball release onto the green. Okay? So we want to dig our feet in, open our stance, shoulders, hips, feet left of target, club face open. Now when we put the club face open, we place the club face here. What I often see, especially with people that I work with, is they tend to grip the club first, and then they turn their hands open to open the club face. The problem with that is, by the time we make our transition and our downswing, we've already started to flatten that out and the club face is starting to close. We have to keep this open throughout the swing. So we want to open our stance, put the ball slightly center, hands neutral in our midsection, okay? And when we take the club back, we're going to hinge it. And what I mean by that is keep your hands low, the club head high, and we're going to maintain this motion here of the club face remaining open throughout the swing. Okay, so when I hit this shot, I'm going to be looking at a spot about 2 inches behind the ball, and I'm not even looking at the golf ball. I want to have the club enter, exit beyond the golf ball. I want to make a good full finish. We have to accelerate through this shot. So let's give it a try. Feet are dug in, ball's forward, hands are centered. I'm going to hinge it high, low hands, high club head, and finish. And that's pretty close. Okay, so if you remember these few key thoughts, practice is at home. You don't have to fear this shot anymore. You can own it. Good luck.
We are now in our third week of the 12 Sports weekly golf lesson. If your golf game is struggling, don't worry. That's why we have PGA professional Ryan Koury here to help us out. It's been a very productive 2 weeks, and Ryan's here to tell us what's in store for today.
Thanks, Matt. Yes, we're very excited about the way the first couple weeks have gone, and we're looking for another couple weeks where we're going to look at the short game, continue to look at the short game, and then we'll move into some full swing ideas later on. So we're going to talk today not just about pitching and chipping, but particularly with pitching the golf ball, how we can change the trajectory based on what type of shot we need to hit. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go get at it.
All right, let's hit the course.
What I want to talk to you about more specifically is how we can change the trajectory based on what type of shot we need to hit. So if we step over here, I have 2 tees set up here, and what I want you to take from this is you can hit basically the same type of shot with the same motion, the same setup, and hit 2 completely different shots. I want you to set up 2 tees. I want you to set one kind of in the center of your stance, and then one which will be, in essence, off of our back foot, okay, for a right-handed golfer, our right foot. So what we're going to do here is I want you just to practice with the shaft laying more straight up and down, or vertical, and make a couple swings this way. This is for a higher shot. Maybe we have to carry a body of water or a bunker or a sand trap or any type of hazard. The second of those would be the rear tee or the back tee, and you notice as I don't change any part of my stance or my setup, by simply putting the ball back here, it changes the shaft angle. So the shaft is leaning forward now. Okay, that will create a lower shot. In most ideal situations, we want to get the ball down on the ground and rolling as quickly as we can. So this one I probably would want to hit a little higher in the air. So I'm going to put it in the middle, make my normal swing. Okay, and the ball is going to land a little more softly. Again, because I moved the ball back in my stance, the shaft is now going to lean a little more forward. Okay, I'm keeping everything else relative. So to hit this one a little lower, the shaft's leaning forward, and I'm going to make the same swing with this one, and it's going to come out a lot lower, okay, and then it's going to skip back to the hole. Try these 2 tees, create a drill out of it. I think it'll work for you. Good luck.
It's Friday, so that means it's another 12 Sports weekly golf lesson alongside PGA professional Ryan Koury. I am Matt Hauswirth. Last week we talked about changing trajectory in your pitch shots, which I'm still struggling with.
Well, we'll go. Maybe we'll go work after lessons over.
All right, we'll figure that out after the show. But anyway, we're here for a new lesson today.
Yeah, Matt, thank you. We worked last week on changing trajectory on pitch shots, maybe how to change ball position in your stance to influence the flight of the ball. And today what we're going to work on is kind of a hybrid of that, a variation or extend the shot, if you will, to about that 50 to 70 yard range that a lot of people struggle with. It's not a full shot, it's not a chip or a pitch, and we'll tackle that and see where we go.
All right, I need some help, so let's hit the course.
With a lot of the students that I work with, I encounter a question quite frequently, is that most people feel like they know what to do from 100 yards if they have a pitching wedge in their hand, or a 9-iron, an 8-iron, or if they're close to the green. We talked about that last week. So what we're going to look at today is about a 60-yard shot, which is kind of in that no man's land, and 2 different ways to hit the shot. One that's a little higher shot, one that's a little lower, depending on the complex of the hole and how it's laid out. When you go to your home course to work on these shots from 60 yards, or if you're just going to the range to practice, what I want you to think about is if you can picture a clock around your body. Okay, so you have 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. For the first one of these shots, I have 2 different wedges here. The first shot, we might want a shot that's lower, that's going to land on the front portion of the green and skip its way back to the hole. The second shot, we would want to hit it maybe more in the air and land it a little further or deeper on the green. So when you think about this, I'm going to take the 52-degree wedge, which has a less loft, obviously, than the 56 has. And what I want you to do is just think 9 to 3 with your hands. So we're going to swing to here, and then we're going to finish here with that first shot. The second of those, with a 56-degree wedge, that obviously has more loft on it, we're going to keep the ball position relatively in the same spot in our stance, but this one we're going to hit a little bit higher and carry the ball a little further, in theory. So we're going to have our hands take us 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So the swing is going to be not harder, but a little bit longer. So we're going to swing more to here and finish more here. So let's give these couple shots a try.
This is where it all begins, where a hook or even a slice can spell doom on any given hole. Welcome to the tee box. So my golf game out of the tee box has been suspect at best this year. The last time I played Mountaineer Golf Course here in Morgantown, I only hit about 9 of 18 fairways. So now for your viewing pleasure, here it goes. Ryan, come on.
I have to say, I'm really glad that Matt found that to be somewhat entertaining for you guys, but believe it or not, that's really a common problem for people slicing, especially the driver, that we get this side spin. Well, today I'm going to address why we get the side spin. There's 2 main reasons this happens. Number 1, the club face is open. Number 2, the club is traveling on an outside to in path. Let's talk about that part now, because that is one of the biggest causes for a slice. So I've set up this station here. I have 2 driveway markers, one down the target line, the golf ball, and this is going to be our inside track here we want the club to enter from. This here is a shaft. You can find those anywhere. You can use something from home. You set this up, and what this is going to do is this is going to prevent us from having the club travel out here or in this direction. So what happens is the club travels to the top of the swing, our shoulders spin or turn and rotate, and that club drops outside. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm eliminating one of 2 problems. We're going to use the club path as our example now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the club back along the target line, turn to the top, and then come underneath of this. This shaft will prevent us from being able to go this direction here,